Life. And hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. And today we have here Matt. This is from the Sydney Electric Skateboards. Is one of the big groups in Australia, and is a rider there. And welcome, my friend.
G'day. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it too. First of all, like I always ask, how do you find or how do you start to ride electric skateboards or any electric device?
Yeah, so it's actually a bit of a funny story. So basically, it's the classic. You see everyone saying, "Oh, Casey Neistat rides his boosted board around New York City," and basically, when I was in about year 10, year 11, um, we we started our projects for our high school certificate. So for our a major project. And I always wanted to have an electric skateboard. However, looking at prices and stuff like the prices were absurd. Um, so I started looking into how I could make my own boards, what I can do, and then I discovered, the electric skateboard group before, like, in Sydney. Started asking some questions, making some mates. Like, I don't know if you've heard about Tobias.
Mm-hmm.
He was a huge help at the beginning, and then starting to get to know some of the guys, and they were helping me out with skateboards and things like that. And then from there, basically from my project, I started out with a single motor electric skateboard, running off LiPo batteries. That whole bottom was 3D printed, designed by me. The mounts I got from another friend named Josh, and basically built this board from the ground up and took it to the first group ride and realized it wasn't very good after not being able to keep up with everybody. It was good enough to get around, but not very much to keep up once you started getting used to it. And pretty much it all went downhill from there. Discovering, oh, I can make this go quicker, I can make this be bigger, I can make this last longer, things like that. Starting to learn what worked with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so it developed into a a lipo monster. It had only about 20 k's range. It decreased to about 15 toward the end because the lipos were shot. That one. There's my sister's board. That came later.
Mm-hmm.
The black one I sent you. There was a black one there somewhere. That's the one. That's what it ended up becoming. Basically, had twin motor SK8 motors, making about 4,500 watts each. Out of 4,500, yeah, 4,500 watts each. About 11 horsepower. It used to be the local tow truck when people would run out of juice. I used to put a range extender on top of it and do longer rides. So I used to ride, 70, 80 kilometer rides with Anthony as well. We used to go riding a lot,
Mm-hmm.
doing longer rides and stopping to do charges. Recently, we rode from the northwest of Sydney to the southeast. So we did 120 kilometers in one day.
Mm-hmm.
And that was on my newer board that I started building. So over time, it just gradually got longer and longer and longer and bigger and faster and better. So it basically just
That is
evolved
your
from there.
sister.
And then that's my sister. That's exactly right. So that
Mm.
was her first board. That was where it started. Started off with spare parts from when I didn't need them after upgrading. And then from there,
This is this
basically,
is
she got into.
that is cool from you, my friend, to bring your sister to this sport. I think that is beautiful when we have ladies, girls here. I love to have girls in this sport. I think that is not just for men, that is for everybody, and I think that is very nice for you to bring your sister here and make a
100%.
board for her.
100%. And she was
Mm.
right into it as well. She used to be, riding my board, just really getting into it and really keen on putting something together and getting her hands dirty. For a lot of people with electric skateboards, it's the riding experience. Like you have your two people. You have the riders and you have the builders. And for some people, it's
Mm-hmm.
more fun to go riding. For some people, it's more fun to be building. And I'm a bit of both. So I do like pulling it apart and working on it, and then also getting into the whole you know screaming
I
down
think
the
that is
road and racing past everybody. It's a fantastic feeling. And then from there, my dad got into it, and so I built
oh.
him a board as well. So he's turned 60 recently, so he just got into that and he's keeping up with us and he's loving it. He used to skate as well. And
This
so what
board
you're
is from
seeing
you,
here,
or that is from this board is from you, or is from your the this
yeah,
with
so
the
this black one here, that was my sort of upgraded board, but this one
uh-huh,
that you're looking at now, this brown one with the
uh-huh.
all-terrain wheels, that's my latest board. I've
But
got
that
it
is a
here
fantastic board, my friend.
down there. It's
Yeah. Wait a
it's a
second, wait a
monster.
second. Can you show it again?
It is. I will-
That is a nice deck. That is different.
It's
D-
it's it's actually got a long story. Zillboards here in Sydney got it as a pre-production sort of prototype board from California from a company called Cruiser Boards.
Mm-hmm.
And they do some phenomenal decks. They make some really pretty decks.
This
Not
is a
cheap,
nice deck.
yeah, not cheap at all, but very nice. Just enough rigidity to it so that it's got a little bit of absorption. I've got the MBS wheels on them, the MBS
Mm-hmm.
hubs, the mounts from Liam in Melbourne.
Mm-hmm.
So I was always a bit of a guinea pig for him for the first time he'd have new mounts because the other mounts on my other board were the first ones he made and they did 2,500 kilometers without being touched. So they were fantastic. And this one here is running 900 watt hours of lipos, has about 60 kilometers range, top
You
speed of
put
about
I
55.
I see some lights in the video that you send me that you put some lights there too.
Yeah,
That is
I
very
got
nice.
them. I run them on my remote. So I've got the GT2B remote, and I put a
Mm-hmm.
little switch in the bottom. So it runs off the third channel on a remote switch. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, when you're riding, if you go into a dark tunnel or whatever, I'm going to be modding it soon. So it's got a headlight, so you can press the button on your remote while you're riding,
Mm-hmm.
and basically you have headlights, tail lights, everything. So there's still a lot of things to do to it, but I've spent a lot of money on it at the moment, so it's going to have to wait for a bit.
My friend, in Australia, there is lots of guys doing amazing things for the community. You see, you have Involve, you as a Baja board, you have so many companies bringing so much stuff from you, and then you have nice decks made there, and the wood is very good from you guys, and I think that is fantastic. The Australia is always bringing something for all of us. I think that is
100%,
beautiful.
and especially some of the people who are doing, a lot of the work, like Daniel here in Sydney. You've got
Hmm.
Transite Boards here in Sydney. You've got Glyph and Liam in Melbourne making batteries. You've got guys up in Queensland making batteries. You've got Marzen. You've got all the
Hmm.
big guys making a lot of quality product. And I got nothing but respect for them because, to be honest, the reason I stayed away from lithium ion is because I don't trust myself with it. I trust myself with circuit boards. I trust myself with plugging things together, making harnesses and whatnot. But welding batteries, it's a bit of a no from me. That one.
Have another batteries is not for me too.
No. So I actually recently designed some circuit boards for lithium polymer setups, and basically the idea of those is I don't know if you've ever seen with lipo boards. If people have BMSs wired in, they have a lot of big like
Hmm.
wiring harnesses. There's a lot of cables. I don't know
Hmm.
if you've noticed that.
Yeah.
So basically, what I wanted to have for my board was a solution to that, and it was basically a circuit board so that you could plug in um, all of your
Cables.
connections,
Yeah.
and it would run straight to your BMS, and you wouldn't
Hmm.
have this, as you call it in German, Kabelsalat, so cable
Hmm.
salad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it neatens up the enclosure a lot. So if I go here, hang on, I'll find a photo for. I recently just made one for another gentleman, which I have to make another one for.
Hmm.
Reminds me, but it's like I said, basically a really nice circuit board that just finishes it off. I've been selling them off to a couple people, which have been
Hmm.
really happy with them. I need to find the photos of them. Don't know where they've gone. They've disappeared. But yeah, it's a little red circuit board. Where are we? Give me one sec.
So I just is seeing something. I just want to say to everybody is there. Thank you for coming. If you're going to see later or you are here now live, thank you for coming. See Matt is one good rider from Australia. I was talking with him in private, and Australia is bombing the world with these new rides and events involved. Made lots of events. Everybody, I see all the events of them, they are bringing lots of persons. I know there is some cities in Australia that is legal now to ride. Some cities not legal. I hope that soon everybody in Australia is going to be legal to ride with no problems. It's going to be just good for all the communities. I think there is lots of persons working for the best of Australia, and keep the positive energy there, guys. Don't lose it. Enjoy it. And of course,
There we go.
we're going to.
All right.
Oh yeah,
Got a bit.
yeah. That is good. Wait a second. Wait a
So
second.
I got full
Yeah, that is
screen.
good.
So basically, it's a bit difficult to see from here, obviously, but
Mhm.
the idea of it is basically your balance cables. They plug into the
Mhm.
circuit board, and then that harness on this side goes straight to your BMS.
Mhm.
That's a bit of a
Oh, yeah.
meme. And so yeah, it's hard to do it backwards,
Yeah. That's no.
but
That's
yeah, it
okay.
comes up very good.
That is
Um,
perfect.
so we've been working on that, and basically, yeah, the idea of that is just like I said, clean up the enclosures. And that's what's really helped me with my board and with some other guys' boards. I sent a couple to the guys in America. They were happy with those. Another guy in Russia, he was also pretty happy with his. Um, so
Yeah, you have
we're
to
trying to
send me.
help.
You have to send me some pictures here to the. Then I can put in the communities in Europe, and then there is lots of DIY guys who make here everything, and that's why I come to the next question, my friend. Do you
Mhm.
think the future for our communities is going to be more DIY boards, or are you going to continue to see companies coming?
Um,
Mm.
that's a bit of a tough one, but look, it's 50-50. So like some companies are still coming out, like Evolve is still working on their boards. Obviously,
Mhm.
Boosted, well, they decided to invent a scooter, which didn't really work. So whatever about them. But Transite here has been a massive thing,
Mhm.
and Baja, unfortunately, they're not to diss their product, but they're for the market they're appealing to. They don't seem to be quite um, keeping up with their quality standards. So a lot of people are breaking their axles, breaking gears, breaking belts, and
Mhm.
it's a bit concerning. So there might be a bit of a market there. There might be some people, like I've been thinking about, having boards that are designed with everything except the battery. So if people want to put their own batteries in it, they can do that, or it can be sent around through the world. But
Mhm.
obviously it's already quite a saturated market, and a lot of people who just want to go riding, they'll more purchase like boards that are like $600 from WowGo or Meepo or things like that. And so it's difficult. It's really difficult because like if you're going to be a DIYer, like my board for example cost me just sub about 4 or 5 thousand Australian dollars.
Mhm.
So if people want to spend that money, they can get pre-builts that are at that level, yes. But you made it yourself. It's sort of tough. But personally, I'm not sure if the pre-built market can keep up with what DIYs are thinking of. You know, every week there's a new invention. You've got people from Free Skate who are doing,
Mhm.
you know, these GPS trackers. You've got people who like the De Vega, for example. I've got that on my board. You don't see
I
many
have the
boards that
same.
are pre-made with screens on them. Just little things like that,
I
and
think the
battery
only
technology.
I think the only problem, my friend Matt. I think the only problem for us is like you. You have the Da Vega. I have the Da Vega too. How many times do you wait for a Da Vega?
How long did I wait for it?
Yeah.
Um, well, 3, 4 weeks, but that was from order date. But basically, we spoke with, I think it's Jens, or I
Mhm.
think his name's Jens. spoke with him for a couple of months because he was having shipping issues.
Mm-hmm.
But once he got them, he sent them straight to us because it was one for Anthony had two and I was grabbing one. Um, so quality product. I
It's
love it.
good, my friend.
Honestly,
But
I
everybody,
don't know how I went without it, but
like me, I'm from Europe. He's from Europe, and we
yeah,
have to wait about 6 weeks. I know the guys that wait 3 months for a Vega, and
yeah,
that is a lot
yeah,
of time to wait. You understand? Like me, for
yeah.
me, it's
No,
no
I totally
problem.
agree with you there.
I think
Yeah,
that is the only problem. Maybe sometimes the guys don't buy it. Is a fantastic product. I have in my board. You have everything that inside of this Da Vega, and that is very good for your board and for you. But the problem is waiting so much time for a product. Sometimes the guys don't have when they ask to you, "Oh, I want to buy this product." How many time does it take? 3 months or 6 to two
yeah.
months. Lots of guys
You're
say,
not gonna
"Okay,
get it.
then yeah, that is the problem," and he
They
make
want
everything.
everything straight away.
Yeah, yeah, that is the problem, and
Yeah,
I think they have. I understand him. I know that he makes when you ask and you pay because he's a small company. I understand him, of course, but it's difficult for you.
100%.
That is the only problem. I just want to ask you something. What is the difference from the blue for the red?
So the red one is designed to run 12S 2P. So if
Mm-hmm.
you run two packs of 6S or two packs of 5S, so you can have either 10S or 8S or whatever, we have two packs in parallel.
Mm-hmm.
And the blue one is designed to run a similar setup, but if you're running, 4S batteries, so if you're
Mm-hmm.
running two 4S's, two 4S's, 4S's to make 12S, it's
Mm-hmm.
basically when you're running lipos, a lot of the time they're a bit thicker. So the blue one is better because you can run more packs, but a bit thinner.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with the red one, it's more aimed at people who are doing like mountain boards with a top enclosure, so that you've got a
Mm-hmm.
short area with big packs and space isn't an issue. They're both pretty much the exact same thing,
I think
but
that is very good for our community, my friend. I think that is
yeah,
a brilliant idea.
it was very helpful on my board. That's one thing. On mine,
Hmm.
mine was my first design.
Hmm.
And I sort of put it online and let some people know about it on Eastgate News, and they were saying, "Oh, this is pretty interesting. Like,
That
you
is
should look
very
into making
interesting.
some." And
Sometimes we posted so many shit in our groups, and this is one thing is very nice for us to post in all the groups. I
yeah,
think that is very good for all groups. That is information that everybody have to share, and that is my idea.
thank you. No,
But
it was good fun.
but Matt, the only problem is when you put today the groups, they are very I don't know how to word this I think is span the name when you
Mm,
post it too much in different groups, and the persons don't understand what we are trying to do. We are trying to help the communities like this here. If you put in lots of groups, you're just going to help all the groups to find something new, or maybe to educate the groups, because lots of persons going to look to this and they're going to say, what is this?
yeah, and without a
Uh,
proper explanation, it does look a little bit confusing. But
yeah,
like
but
it's like
that, but
you've
Matt,
got
that
that
is
half
the
and half of DIYers and
Mhm,
buyers. So it's I don't know if you've seen Great Scott on YouTube. He does a good
mhm.
series called DIY or Buy,
Yeah, yeah, I
and
want to bring.
he did a series with electric skateboards, and I thought that was brilliant. But these are 100% more aimed at DIYs. It's not the tipping point to convince someone to DIY a board. No way. There's a lot more to a DIY board, but it's just a helpful part to it, if that makes
Mhm.
sense.
Of
Yeah,
course, we have
but
we
it's
have
still
to say
fun.
like this. Matt, it's like this. When you see something, for me, I think is that's why I love to make these lives. I started with these lives like a joke, and today I
Yeah,
loving more and more because like today, when I don't bring you today, that was information for me that don't come out, and I am very pleased that tomorrow I can share to everybody, and for everybody to have a little more, understand a little more of the technology, how we are growing and doing
Yeah,
something different. You understand? Sometimes we are stick in the old things, and we can go faster. I want to bring here also Zet is from you guys in Australia, the YouTuber.
Zach. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great. He makes lots of good things for all of us, yeah, in
Hmm.
around the world. Of course, Scott is here. Scott Daves is here, but I want to bring him here. But the problem, I don't have nothing free more. I have everything reserved till end of May, and
Yeah.
to
Right.
make. I think that is very good. If there is other YouTubers there who who want to make the lives in Australia for the Australia riders. I think that is fantastic for you to bring the riders in life for the community to know a little more about the riders, and then it's going to be easy for you guys to meet in events, demos, to speak. Then you see, oh, I see this guy in the video. Oh, you are this person. That I think that is the main thing of this thing here.
Yeah.
That's why
I'm sure
if you are
Scott would
there,
be up for doing an interview with you.
yeah,
Definitely.
Scott is. We are waiting. We are waiting. I write to him. We are waiting for a chance for me to bring it, but I just have for June, my friend. Now I'm complete full. I don't have no place now, but I'm going. I speak with Scott in private, and I want to bring
Mhm.
Zach out the same. I think Australia is very big. The community is very good, and
Awesome.
I think we have to. And now in this moment, we are seeing the rides every day. I see the last video from Scott. One of them with the Involve event, and the other one was with this
Hmm.
with Sandra who, in Cartena. What's the name of this state? I don't know what was the state to
Canberra.
make legal. Canberra, yeah, in
Canberra.
Canberra because it's now legal there, and
Yes.
I think that is fantastic for to see one wheels, the group of one wheels together with the ace skaters, together with everybody. I think for me, I'm a guy who love to see everybody together. You can love
Yeah. hundred
riding,
percent.
skating, and but if you have a chance to meet all everybody and change, sometimes the guys who ride skates, they never. Yesterday was here, guys, by in my house they are like you they make DIY skateboarders and never they try it one wheel or AUC a letter
Yeah.
unicycle
I'll be
and
honest with you. I can ride a one wheel, but I cannot ride an EUC. I am hopeless on one of
yeah, but
those.
that's so but Matt, that is the problem. If you go to the right person, today the guys were here was lots of fun because there
Mm.
was we put in video. I want to bring the videos because they crash a lot. And the important thing, if you have a nice information, my friend, or a guy who can teach you, you're going to learn very fast. Yesterday was one person here in 30 minutes trying the AUC. He was
Mm.
riding. If you have the right guy to explain you, I think is wonderful. I'm not a
Yeah.
AUC guy, but the community of AUC comes very big, and the one wheel is very big too in America more because it's expensive for you guys in Australia one wheel, and for us in Europe it's expensive, and you don't have so much service here in Europe for one
Yeah.
wheels.
Well, we've
Uh,
got a there's a young guy who's working in Sydney. He's doing maintenance on one wheels. I don't know what his company name is, but he's doing one wheel maintenance stuff. Um, Super cool
but he's
guy.
doing
Knows his
it
stuff.
himself.
Yeah, he's doing it. He's doing it. He's got his own little business that he's running.
Yeah.
I think he maybe still be in school. I'm not sure, but he's doing one wheel servicing. He's working on the batteries. He's working on the what they call it, the hub motors and everything. And then we've got Alan who works for I forget the company name, In Motion, I think it is, doing
Mm-hmm,
the
mm-hmm.
EUCs, and he's an importer for EUCs, and he's
Yeah.
he's a massive influence in our group,
We're going to
and
we're going
he's
to continue here. We're going to continue here talking, and I'm going to show some videos that Matt was in these videos, and we can
yeah,
continue talking. That was events in Australia. Then you guys can see it. Oh, Scott is telling. I see the video, my friend, from you, Scott, riding the AUC. That you have to keep up. Every sport you have to. Oh, I have this board, my friend. Do you ever try it the boosted board, the mini?
I did get a go on that. It was hard as a rock for me. That was a
My
big no.
God,
I can ride. I like the boosted board themselves. They were good. The boosted boards, the evolves, yeah, they're all right. But
I, st-
like,
I tried the mini, my friend. I was like in 2 minutes. I said I buy it for 400 euros. It was a very
that's it.
good price, and I try it. 2 hours later, I put it in eBay again to sell it because that was like a
Yep,
rock. You don't have
yep.
nothing.
Nah, waste of time. Waste of time. It's just too much. The old boosteds, they
Mm-hmm.
were they. I enjoyed them. Johnson in our group, he's a massive influence in our group. He's got a bunch of boosted boards, and he used to let me have a go on them every now and then. And look, nice board, beautiful, like very comfortable to ride.
Mm-hmm.
Like I, for me, I'm a trigger remote sort of guy,
Mm-hmm.
not the thumb wheel sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only thing that I struggled with.
Mm-hmm.
And like the Hoyt puck as well, I struggle with those. They're just too. It's not my thing. But anyway, they're a
But she ride
fantastic
good,
board.
huh?
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, that's
But
Dominique. She's
this,
a fantastic rider on the
but
zero
she
board.
is good, huh?
Yeah,
I
we
have
used
to
to go
find
for
this
rides
girl.
together. We used to go. Yeah, we used to go for rides together. We used to absolutely
But she
scream around
ride
sitting in
good,
the
huh?
big park in the city. Very quick board. It's a terrifying board.
But she rides very good.
She's a very
But
good
that
rider,
is nice.
100%.
But
And she's
you
a
see,
massive ambassador for women in Eastgate as well. And I think it's
yeah,
brilliant. And
I have to bring her here.
yeah,
This month,
I'm sure she'd love to. With she's
this month,
ambassador for
this month,
Steelboards.
yeah, this month I have the one wheel girls from around the world because I make every
Hmm.
Sunday. Like you today,
Yep,
normally in the morning, that we are here in for everybody who don't know in Australia now is maybe the evening, and here in Europe is morning.
yep,
The
yep.
morning
No,
is
no,
12 o'clock.
my grandma lives in Dusseldorf, so I'd be
Yeah,
usually speaking
Düsseldorf.
with her around the time.
She lives about the 50 kilometers from me.
Oh, really?
I'm in Köln. I'm in Köln.
Oh, right, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
fascinating. Well, were you, because I was in Germany in 2018. I brought my blue
Mhm.
skateboard over, my black skateboard
Next
over,
time you
sorry.
come, next time you come, you don't need board. You just reach me and I give you one for the holidays. But now in Germany, my friend, watch it. Huh? In Germany now is very bad. Is very bad
With
because there
Corona.
is lots. No, no, because now in Germany is illegal to ride,
Right.
and now the
Yes.
fines is very big, my friend, very very
Yeah,
big.
right.
There is guys paying 3,500 euros in fines and lose these boards.
Jesus. Must
Yeah,
be
that is very
scary.
bad.
I heard similar things in Holland where their boards were getting confiscated and the
Yeah, it's
police
the
were selling
same.
them on eBay.
Yeah, last week was interview here. I say to everybody there to see it because was one of the consulate from Australia was here with us. He's
Hmm.
a rider for you guys.
Yep.
Was lots of guys from different countries, and that was a nice chat. And the guys from N- Holland or Netherlands, I don't know how you say it. Uh,
Holland, yeah.
yeah, in Holland is not nothing is not a scooter, nothing. You cannot ride it, nothing. And if the police catch you, I was 2 times in demos there, and when
Yeah.
the demos finished, the police said if someone tried to ride it now, we're going to take the board, and then the fines is going to be very big in Europe in a moment for Germany, Holland, and UK is very bad, my friend. Very, very bad
Yeah.
to ride.
Yeah.
The
No,
fines are very big.
when I was in Germany, my grandma where she lives, it's quite rural, so quite like there's a lot of fields and lots of farming. So
But
I
it's
used to just
vorbei, my
ride
friend.
around her sort of area. So
It's
I
forget
brought
it.
I, yeah, it's concerning. I rode past police, but I acted like I was pushing, so it looked like it was not electric. But if they looked closely, it had two big monstrous motors on the back, so they would have known very quickly. But it was a beautiful time over there when I was over there. It was such a good time. Your paths are so much better. But at the time, like 2 years ago, there, I know it's not very long ago, but the scene of electric skateboards wasn't very big. I met up with a guy who I met online
Mm-hmm.
over there, and he was super cool guy. We went skating, went to his place, had a coffee, and he was a super cool guy. And we went for a skate around his area. I
Mm-hmm.
skated like 500 kilometers in 3 weeks, and it was the best 3 weeks of my life. And yeah,
Yeah, if you come,
it's
you have luck that because in the area where you when your grandmother is
mhm,
the area in Germany with more electro device in Germany.
yeah,
We are our groups, but like me, I have my group in WhatsApp. We are close to
yeah,
200 persons,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and there is lots of groups. Oh, the dog, bulldog.
yeah. I know.
I
I
have
was
my
just
here.
behind him in this shot. It was really funny.
That was very good
That was a very annoying dog.
because I have my
The,
bulldog, and bulldogs they love skateboards. They love skateboards.
my
You
dog's the
don't believe it.
same.
I have a bulldog here, and every time I go with my skateboard, they want to come. But Matt, what I can say to you is, if you come next time, I know that is very difficult for you to travel with a board.
Mhm.
Uh, you here, I don't know how many, but I have a lot, maybe 17,
Noted.
18. Uh,
Oh, sweet. My sister and I want to go when we're allowed to, so we want to come back and go for a skate for a couple of weeks. So
mhm.
I'll definitely take your offer up on that one.
You can take it, and I can take you everywhere. We can go to Holland in Belgium is fantastic. I know that there's going to be lots of big events. This year was lots of events closed because of this Corona virus, the COVID
Yeah,
19. Uh, it's very sad for all of us, but I think I hope that next year everything is going to be perfect. But there is lots of events going in Europe this summer. If you have the
yeah,
chance, come to us, and everybody's going to take care of you. If you need one or two boards, you can take for me. I give you the batteries, and you can enjoy and have fun. And
I appreciate
that is
that.
going to be, and you are not so far from me. We can meet, and you are in the same city that involve as the involve here in Europe is in Germany is the
Mm.
I think they control about 50 countries here in
Right,
Europe, and is in Dusseldorf.
right,
His name
okay.
is Jens, the same guy.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the you guys there. We talk about
Hmm.
the AI. Uh, talk about you, my friend. When you start the first time electro skateboard, what was the sensation for you?
It was actually a sense of relief, if anything. Basically, when I had put all my things together and coded everything with the VESC and made it all work, the first time I pressed the throttle and it just worked, or the first motor detection when the motor spun, that was the best feeling. And knowing from there, just need to strap it to a skateboard and hope for the best. That was, it was it was a very, very strange feeling to ride it for the first time because I built an electric skateboard because I couldn't ride skateboards. I wanted something that could push for me. I wanted something that could slow down for me. I can't do that. I am just not there. Put me on an electric skateboard, fine. On a normal skateboard, I cannot do it. But the sensation of it just going and I did that. It was just
I think that is
yeah, it's
beautiful,
it's
my friend.
quite something.
Yeah, and for you, my friend, as a rider, what do you like more? I think your board is fantastic. I think the deck from you. We have to speak in private. You have to then help me because I'm going to make some DI boards for me. I have lots of boards from
Yep.
companies, but I want to make something mine. I think I
Yeah.
can do it. And with the
100%.
help of the community, I think we today the community, we have the internet, we have the groups, is easy for you to do a nice board. But
definitely.
My friend, what you like as a rider? Do you like more carving? Do you like more speed? What is do you like range? The all you like all of them?
Look, yeah, yeah. That's a hard one. Like, look, I'm not one of those guys that'll do a ride for 15 kilometers and say, oh, I've had enough, that's too much. Like, if I like
Yeah.
Anthony and I are on the same page here, but if we're gonna
Mhm.
do a ride, we're gonna do a proper one. It's gonna be, 40, like at least 30, 40 kilometers. And I find, if you just stand on a board, your legs go numb, your feet go to crap. You got to move your feet around, you got to carve, you got to do a bit of this, got to do a bit of that, go fast, go slow, just sort of change it up. Like on my old board, that had a top speed of 70 kilometers an hour that I hit in Darling Harbour one night. That
Mhm.
was just ridiculous. And looking back on it, I had a death wish. This one here only goes to 55, but 40, 50 kilometers an hour is
It's enough, my
it's
friend.
it's it's heaps. But you know, yeah, fast, slow, long, not short. No short rides. It's just a waste of time for me, especially
Mhm.
for where I live in Sydney. If like if there's rides in like the city,
Mhm.
it's an hour's commute to get to the city for me. And if I'm going to the city to do 15 kilometers, it's already 30 kilometers just to get to the city, and that's on the train, and it's just a waste of time. So if I'm doing a ride, it's got to be 30, 40 kilometers at least. We're doing a ride hopefully next Sunday, and it'll be 160 kilometers around Sydney,
Ooh, that is
hopefully.
good.
So I'm gonna figure out if I can
For
actually make that with my range extenders. But
for the guys
it's
there, for the guys there who work with miles, we are talking about 100 miles.
yeah,
150
thereabouts.
kilometers is close to 100 miles.
This is me talking to this guy
Mhm.
about Sydney.
Can you
By the
talk
way, it's
about this
really fun.
guy? Because this guy made a video. You are talking that comes from America. Is that right? Can you?
Yeah, so his name's Jermaine Ellis. He came from California for I don't know something, and he brought his boosted board, and he basically did a bunch of videos of him being in Sydney and stuff like that. Basically, we took him for a ride around Sydney. We did the Bay Run ride, so we rode through Sydney. We go up to
Mhm.
Glebe, and there's a shopping centre up there. And basically, it's a nice spot just to stop and charge. We brought him around. He made a video, which was really cool, showing sort of more of America, what we do down here,
Mhm.
which was really good. And he was actually struggling to keep up, which I thought was pretty funny, um, because we're all a lot of the time with rides and things. That's Johnson there with his camera. We're a bit nuts. Like I know you've got the guys with LA Skate and the guys in New
Mhm.
York and whatnot. They're all just crazy anyway. But we're I don't know. There's different
It's
groups. You
it's
got the ones that
different.
are
If
like
you don't,
relax.
yeah, you cannot.
You got the
You
relaxed ones. You got the fast ones. You got the long ones. You got the short ones. So there's everyone just sort of gets categorized. And like with the rides that we do, sometimes we'll say, this is going to be a fast ride. Come if you can only keep up. This is going to be a slow
Mhm.
ride, cruisy ride. Come if you want. We're going to do a barbecue at the end of this. It's going to be more leisurely. It's going to be a
Stop
long
this.
ride. You
Yeah.
have to be able to keep up, sort of thing. So everyone sort of comes if they feel like it, and usually everyone's going to be quick, and I think that's great.
Yeah, I just want to talk about this, my friend. This here is to come air inside.
Yes, yes. So that board there's the Seal board.
Mhm.
That was the design that they were advertising. It's got the custom Zill motors on the back. It's got the tramper trucks, and it's got a custom enclosure on a tramper board. And basically, the design there is a heat sink behind those little holes.
Mhm.
And the idea of it is that air gets funneled in, cools the speed controllers, the VESC sixes that are in there,
Mhm.
and air comes out the back a little bit warmer, obviously, because it's heat
Mhm.
sink.
Yeah.
But it's a phenomenal skateboard, that one. You hop on it, and it's a challenge to stay alive. It's a
But
brilliant skateboard.
the questions here that is good when you are not raining. When it's raining.
No, so it's a sealed unit. It's completely
Okay.
sealed. So it's basically you've got your heat sink, and then
Mhm.
you've got the vent here, so that air flows
Okay.
through
Okay.
it, coming through here.
Okay, perfect. That's why my
Yeah.
question. I have two questions here, and we're going to answer because sometimes we have to go to the guys. Everybody, we have here from Kim. Matt, do you really like channel trucks?
Yeah.
Change,
Look, channel trucks.
channel
Channel
trucks. Yeah.
trucks. Yes. So look, um, yes, but they've got their terms and conditions. Basically, I believe it's Etox. They make
Mm-hmm.
a adjustable base plate for
Mm-hmm.
channel trucks, and that
And
was a
eight.
big thing for me. It is Etox, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm going to sell something for you guys. Huh? Atox is going to come with lots of new things out,
It's
and
so expensive.
yeah, it's expensive, but I can tell you, if you
Expensive, but it
if you
makes a great product.
Matt, when you come here, I'm going to take you to the shop of Atox.
Okay.
When you come inside of there, you're going to say you are in paradise. Everything from this guy. No, it's believe me, he's
It's quality
alone.
work.
It's everything is the best product.
Oh, 100%. 100%. He makes a quality product. He
Yes, he
makes the
don't.
adjustable base plates
Mm-hmm,
for the Matrix 2 trucks.
mm-hmm,
And for my skateboard, because it's a flat top, usually you need an angled front so that you
yeah,
can run your channel trucks. So I got them on there. Look, if you're a lighter rider, channel trucks are going to be a bit of a pain
mm-hmm,
in the ass, pretty much because there's only so much dampening you can get for them. They don't do very much dampening. But I run, so MBS run shock blocks. So they run the reds, the orange, and the yellows. So I've
mm-hmm,
got the oranges at the back and the yellows at the front because I still like to be able to carve a little bit. But coming from normal, rear kingpin or reverse kingpin trucks, um, it was definitely a learning curve. But now that I'm used to it, yes, I like them. It's a lot more. It's hard to explain, but it's a lot more of a gradual turn rather than being so binary,
mm-hmm,
if you know what I mean.
mm-hmm.
Um, it yes, I do like them. Yes, I have my issues. Like sometimes you limit your amount of tuning. So, with your normal kingpin trucks, you can do, an eighth of a turn and your board feels different on the base plate. With these, there's very little adjustment you can do. But with the board dynamic, with the, sorry, not board dynamics, with the Etox base plates, the adjustment in that is a huge deal, but they cost the same amount as what a set of trucks does. So if you're not willing to put that in, um, it's a bit questionable, and you'll have to have a wedged front board. But final answer, I'll say it's for me an 8 out of 10. Would I buy them again? Yes. Would I put them on another board? Yes. Would I like to have something that's halfway between them somehow? Yes. Does it exist? No.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the problem.
I'm just going to try to answer to everybody who don't know. Atox is one of the guys who create lots of stuff. First of all, if he's not good this product, I'm going to be the first one to say no. He's a friend for me. I don't have no problem to say he's a big friend for me. Very good friend for me, and I love him because everything I know that he makes is expensive. I know that it's expensive,
Yes.
but if you see the quality of his product, you're going to say, "Okay, stop."
Big time.
That
100% agree
is,
there. 100%.
yes. I'm not making propaganda for nobody. You can. I know there is lots of stuff there. You can buy it not so expensive, but if you see Lacroix, contact him to make the gear drives for the Lacroix, the super sport now. But the Jens on the Atox, he don't want to work with other companies. He want to work with himself. I understand him. He has his company. He don't want to, and I think that is everybody's choice. But for everybody who's there, he's going to come out with lots of new things. He's going to come with the new trucks. I know that. I see him. But the thing, what is with Atox, he tested with his friends. Right. I know that he's close to 7 or 8 or 9 months testing these trucks every day
Mm.
in a field. and see if this truck is going to be good or not. That is not just make, is testing and testing, and I know that is not just one person. There are 7 or 8 persons fast every day with good weather, bad weather, and I tried the trucks and they are, wow, that is a
Yeah.
change. It's
I
going to
haven't
come with
seen them,
something.
but it's if it's from him, it always has to be good.
That's why if you come to Europe, we take my car, we're going to go there. Then when you see the only thing what Jens don't like is people making videos from him or taking pictures for him. He's very private person, very reserved person. We have to respect
Yeah.
that.
You
Uh,
don't see
uh,
very much from him, 100%.
you don't see nothing. Sometimes he make a video, small video from his, but it's very difficult that you see his face. I tried to bring him here in the channel so many times, and he always say, Nelson, you know that. And lots of
Yeah.
guys who try to interview him, and it's like, is this a style of life, and that's why
Mm.
we have to respect him. So then we have another question here. Uh, oh, and I'm going to say, and if you have a Lacroix, he developed a gear drive and for the Lacroix, and I have it tested for now close to 5 months. And now that we are came to the final decision, if you want to buy a special ATOX for Lacroix, you can contact him, and he's going to make it one from you. And believe it, that's that is
Yeah,
so
right.
fantastic. I'm going to put it next week, maybe a video to show it, because now we
Mhm.
tested everything and it's working very good. Then we have another questions here. Matt, do you going to Paris event next year?
Most likely not. I'm I have a very busy schedule at the moment. Um, as much as I'd love to,
I
yeah,
don't know
that'd be
what
great.
event he's
Probably
talking
not.
about. What
You're
event he's
probably
talking
talking
about?
about the
It's
Paris usually
electric.
have, yeah, I believe it's something like that. Usually it's a yearly thing where they have their meetup. They have hundreds of people catching up. If anything, I'd be more inclined to go to the big event that they have in the States where they all go through. There's a there's something in, I think it's in Vegas, where they do a big ride in Vegas. They go
Hmm.
through the desert. That'd be something I'd love to go to, but not at the moment until the States have their Corona crisis sorted out. I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm not
going.
going to travel to, my friend. I'm not going to do it. For me, what you like more, my friend Matt? Daylight or riding in a day or riding in the night, or the two of them?
Both, riding in general, 100% riding in general. Look, night rides are good, especially in certain areas and during winter time where it's cold and you can rug up, you can just go for a skate. That's great. Don't get me wrong. But daytime rides sometimes are just a lot more relaxing. You know, you see everything, it's a bit nicer. Night rides are good when you know the area.
Hmm.
When you don't know the area, day rides are a lot better to go exploring. So, you know, it depends.
Okay, then what is for you as normal? What is for you the what you think is for you as Matt the perfect speed for you to use riding your electro skateboard?
Perfect speeds between about probably 25, 35 kilometers an hour. Whatever that is in miles, I don't know. But
In miles is about 22, 22 to
yeah, there you
25.
go. There, so
Yeah, I
20,
don't know. I
25
don't.
to 35 kilometers an hour.
I'm not. I'm not sure, guys. But I think it's about that. Miles is always make me.
Thereabouts, it'll do the job. But we're 98% of the world use kilometers an hour, so I'm going to say kilometers an hour. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
like
25 to
like
35
us.
is just enough.
Then, my friend, the other thing, what I street wheels or 80 wheels.
That's hard to say because my old board was street and my new
I
board is
know
80.
100. One was the
But
107. Seven. Yeah.
yeah, they were the 107s. My sister's got 107s. My dad's got
Hmm.
107s. They're
I
a
love that.
great wheel. But
I love that.
the thing is, here in Sydney, a lot of our footpaths and roads are just crap. So the all-terrain wheels are better just for peace of mind, so that you can just go over things, you don't have to think about it. But for road feedback and speed and just fun, I'll say street wheels.
Yeah, I think
I
that.
also run. I also run my ATs at like 60 psi always, so they're almost as
Hmm.
hard as a street wheel.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Today, I because of the rules, like you said, today I'm a guy who ride more 80 wheels because of the roads what we have, and sometimes
yeah,
to change for one road to the other time, and sometimes when you are in rides, like yesterday, I was in a ride, and one part of the road was very good, and the other part of the road was like everything was damaged, and was two persons riding street, and I see they are struggle. They was like,
yeah,
and that is not
yeah.
so fun for you to have that. That's why I changed the day more. But if when you want to have fun, you need the street wheels. The street wheels is going
Mm.
to. I just want to say hello to everybody, guys. There, thank you for coming. I hope. If you have the chance, subscribe to the channel. Help us. If you know riders who want to come up, 1 of June, I opened the for everybody who wants to come. I'm going to open in 1st of May for June. If you want to come, that is normally now is about the last months I put it. That was about 4 hours was everything reserved for the months. If you have the chance, say if you have a friend, don't need to be someone's famous yourself. You are a rider. The important thing is for us to bring here riders, and don't worry about famous persons. We don't need that. We need riders and persons that you have fun, that you enjoy it, and you recommend. If you have ladies there, we make every Sundays. Next month I'm going to have just ladies riding ace skates. This month is just going to be ladies riding one wheels, and then in a month from July, I'm going to close the doors because I'm going to go to events. I'm going to make screamings, live screams, because we have in Germany lots of demos in lots of events, and I have to go there, and I'm just going to make the lives direct in the events and in the demos for everybody. That is going to be something new that we can speak with everybody around the world. And I'm going to travel to France, Holland, Germany. I'm going to go to lots of countries that we can speak with all the riders and listen to different opinions. Uh, and my friend, for you now, I see that Australia is pushing very hard for the other countries around the world. Now you have starting. Oh, what happened? Now you are starting to have lots of good events in Australia. The community is coming bigger and together. What do you think about that, my friend?
Yeah, so basically before COVID, we were already having massive rides. So there was when Booster did their release for their new scooter and their new mini boards, there was a huge event for that. We were having massive events with Evolve,
Hmm.
just group rides in general. I had organized group rides with 30, 40 people just locally, things like that. Um, when COVID came in really badly for us, we had a good year where pretty much nothing was allowed. There was very little rides. There was only, 5, 10 people going for a little skate around the city or something like that. Whereas now that see Australia's lucky, we've only got you know maybe one case every week of corona, which is very lucky. And so we're getting back into skating again. We're having more events, bigger events, starting to come back together again. If anything, bigger than before. We started our ESK8 Sydney group with, well, I joined at about 900 members, and I think we're at
Hmm.
about almost 2,000 now. So
Yes.
everyone's starting to
I,
get to it. Whenever I'm out skating and I see someone, I'll stop and let them know. Things like that, it's
I just want to show
everyone's
the
starting to
group
come back
here.
together, and it's great.
I just want to show for you two guys who are there. That is the group from Sydney. That is the Sydney Australia skateboarders. Uh, that is a very big group. We are close now to 2,000 persons. I think that is very nice. I think if you
Yeah,
have the chance, if you live in Australia, go there. That was one of the last events from them. And
yep,
I think that is very good to see. You're going to reach lots of information for you guys, lots of rides,
Yep.
lots of everything. And if you have questions, that is the right place for you to go, and you're going to
Mm-hmm.
have lots of answers for you. Please, Matt. And that
100%.
I'm going to leave the links, all of the links there for you guys to, if you want to follow it, and it's going to be easy. It's going to be here in the YouTube channel.
Sounds
The
good.
I think that is perfect. I think the important thing is for us to have the community all together. And
100%. 100%.
for you, my friend, you have the thing that not so many countries have, like us in Germany. You have fast every day good weather. You can ride every day. You can ride most of the time. For us here, we just have to wait for the summer. In the winter, is very bad.
No, we're pretty lucky here. We recently, you probably saw in the news recently, had some very bad floods.
Hmm.
Basically, most of Western Sydney was underwater,
Hmm.
where our rivers run through, and so that was a period of time that was really crap. But basically, look, during winter, we have a lot of times where we have, 18, 20-degree days where it's just blue sky, and you can go for a skate in the evening and it's like, 10 degrees or something at night time, go for a skate at midnight and it's just a lot of fun. But we're pretty lucky with the weather here. Look, I'd say, look, maybe 15% of the time it's raining here, so it's not too bad.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's not nearly as bad as Germany where you have to wait for summer. No way.
Well, my friend, sometimes it's very. Yesterday was like there was 3 days here, fantastic in Germany. I was riding all day long. I was today is you see is raining again. Yesterday was a
Yep.
fantastic. Today is raining, and you say on yesterday was 3 o'clock of the morning. I was with my dog out, and I see the weather, and I say, "Oh, that is clean." But in
Yep.
Germany, it's like this. 3 hours later, is like don't have nothing to do. It's difficult. That's why
Yeah.
I think
I
that is
know.
a privilege for you guys and American. That's why for us it's difficult. And the other thing is in like you talk about, for everybody don't know that Matt talk about one thing. Lots of persons are selling his boards because in Germany and Holland is illegal and uh, it's bad for everybody.
Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah, and you see you losing lots of friends riding and they said to me, Nelson, I have family, I have things, and the fines they are so expensive, I
Yep.
cannot ride, and that is
Yeah.
very sad for all of us, losing lots of
Yep.
friends, good riders, because we don't come to a conclusion. There is one petition yet now in Europe. They are trying to put it. They are accepted last week, and we are thinking maybe with this petition we're going to have a little luck and maybe you can be legal, but you never know, my friend.
Hopefully.
That is Europe is very
Yeah,
difficult.
we're having a bit of trouble at the moment. Our transport minister has pretty much said, look, he doesn't have time to look at electric vehicles to get into the legalization of electric vehicles, which I personally think is, a bit pathetic. Um, you know, everyone's riding these vehicles, everyone's getting
Hmm.
fined for no apparent reason for not really breaking the law specifically. You got people, in back streets pouring drugs down their throats,
Yeah.
shooting drugs up their arms, and then you've got guys having fun on a skateboard and they get in trouble and
Yeah.
get fined thousands of dollars. And I think that's just ridiculous. It's a more sustainable way of
you
transport. It's an easier way. It's a more convenient way. There's just so many advantages. Yet you
you
have the
don't
one
know,
percent of idiots.
Matt, you don't know, but there is a guy who's going to go to jail now in Germany, in
Really?
München. Yeah, for driving a
Shit.
AUC. He was catched 4 times, and the fourth time he sent him 3 months in jail. He's going to come this month, or maybe he's now in jail.
Wow. I have not heard
Yeah.
about that. That's scary.
He was here in the interview with us. He was talking to asking help for the community if he can make a petition for, because he was asking for the petition for the judge to let him free. But in Germany, it's like this: if a judge decided you're going to go to jail, maybe you can go to another judge. Maybe if you have 3 months of jail, the other judge is not going to take the power of his colleague. He's going to maybe say, okay, I'm not going to give you the 3 months, I'm going to give you 2 months. But that is going to, you're going to go to jail. That is certain.
It's ridiculous.
And I think that is so sad for us to see a member of our community riding, going to jail just because riding, and they just send them just to jail because that was the first fourth time they catch him, and the judge said, "Okay, we tried 3 times with fines. You don't understand it. Now we're going to send you to jail."
It's wrong. It's very wrong.
Yeah, but that is what is happening here. That's why what you talk about Netherlands, Holland. That's why lots of
Yeah.
persons is selling his device. That's why last week we was. Oh, that is Andres. Oh, Andre, what happened, my friend?
Who?
Andres, the YouTuber.
Andreas?
Yeah,
Oh, you got Andrew. Yeah, Andrew Penman. Yeah, I know.
yeah. I love
Yeah,
this
he's a
guy.
funny guy.
That is the best guy. I love this guy.
He's a funny guy. He
do,
has so much character. It's fantastic.
Yeah, do you know that is his video here in a channel, in my channel? That is the third video more seen in in my channel, and I have now with you. Now we have 79 live streams, and
Oh
his
wow.
video is the third one more seen. I was like, wow,
That's impressive.
yeah, the only person who is in front of him is just the guy from Lacroix because he was
Right.
presenting the new super sport, and
Yeah.
everybody wants to see the new super
Yeah.
sport. That is normal. And the
Yeah.
second one was because of a German was because was a German discussion here because legalization, and everybody was interested in that. And then
Yeah.
comes Andres, and then
Yeah.
the fourth one is a guy from Australia too. Is Sandra.
Oh,
Sandra is the
Sandra.
fourth.
Yeah.
Sandra is the fourth is in fourth place, and
Yeah.
I think that is very nice that you see that your community is interesting and to see you guys riding. That means that
Yeah.
everybody's
Definitely.
interested in electric. But the other thing, what I was we are speaking about this guy, the legalization. I think that is very sad, and I think that is not the right way for us to take care of this business. That's why I hope you guys in Australia go fast and be legal. I know that is not so bad in Australia, but I think that is a discussion. Like in America, I speak with lots of riders in America, and lots of riders are with afraid because there is some states in USA that they want to make, make it not legal anymore
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
of
There's a lot of things like that happening. Yeah.
yeah, but the problem is America. What they are talking about, my friend, is because there is lots of videos out there that the people doing crazy stuff, and some states are saying, okay, that is too much,
Yeah.
and that is not going to be good for the communities. That's what
Yeah.
I say to everybody, but everybody has to know what they are going to do. I think the right way to do it, watch it with your videos. Don't make stupid videos. Stupid videos is going to be bad image for all of us. You
Yep.
can do your
Definitely.
things what you want to do, but don't put in a video because YouTube is very big, very fast, and the people who don't
Mm.
like us, they're going to use these videos to destroy us because
Yep.
there's people
Definitely.
don't like this sport. So, my friend,
Yep.
then we're going to come to some questions that I wanted to make you. Is like this: you as Matt, there's
Mhm.
lots of companies in less time that they close the doors.
Yep.
Uh, and three of them, I'm going to put one name. One is from Australia, one is from America, and the other one is from Germany. One
Yep.
of them is a nation. The second one is a boosted board, and the third
Yep.
one is mellow board. What you
Yep.
think? What is happening? Three big companies out of business.
Well, the Inertian story is quite a long political one, so that's
Mhm.
I'm sure a lot of people know that. But basically, the owner shot himself in the foot. He didn't
Yeah.
make many friends. He
Hmm.
took people's money without giving them product, and no one appreciates that. You get a bad name, no one's going to buy your product. You're going to go
Mm-hmm.
down the drain. It's as
Mm-hmm.
simple as that, really. Um, he's trying to work it back now, working with he's a massive stater, and trying to get a new Instagram following. Not quite working for him because everyone still knows him. Like I've never met the bloke. I've never spoken to the bloke, but
Mm-hmm.
credit given where it's due to what he did and what he created. I think that's fantastic. It's a
Mm-hmm.
decent board. I like the original Raptor one. They were a
Mm-hmm.
fantastic board. With their Maytech motors on them.
Mm-hmm.
They were great. But the
The
boosted
second one was bad.
boosted is just it's a bit of a joke, really. Everyone's asking for bigger skateboard, longer range skateboard, better skateboard, and they come out with a scooter.
Yeah, that was
Like,
like, and they received
like
7 millions, my friend. They received 7 million from
yeah,
guys,
like
investors.
they received so much money. They received so much help that they could have used to bring their company back and create a new product that people would have most likely loved. They had a huge following. So many people helping him out. New York was like the picture of boosted board, and they come out
That
with a
was not
scooter.
not
Like,
New York, and then he has the nasty who support him, put the videos out. He makes so much time for him, and you
they had
see
everything.
that. And they don't listen to the customers. I'm here lots of
Yep.
years, and I see the people speaking that is not good. Why don't you bring a 80 board? Why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? And then the service, you have to send the board sometimes to America. Sometimes you have to wait 3-4 months for your board. Uh,
Yep. Waste of time.
I,
No one's gonna want
I,
it.
yeah, that
It's yeah, it's
was
it's it's silly. And that
then.
was that was probably their big tipping point. Everything just took too long, and everyone was sick of waiting. You've got Callie, who's sitting in New York, making products designed to work and be abused in New York. Then you've got
Mhm,
Boosted Board, who's making this little skateboard to drive, from your apartment to McDonald's and back. Like,
mhm.
you know what I mean? If people want a product, they're gonna be getting something for their purpose, and that's what Cali was doing. I think Cali and Evolve especially took a massive advantage in the whole
Well,
scooter
involve
thing.
involve
Like,
involve was like luxus, because involve
oh
in
yeah,
America was without no chance because of the boosted board. And then
yep,
came the booster board was out today. The guys from booster, they are working now for involve.
yep.
That is
Sam Sheffer, for example.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
that's the
the
that,
almost the
that
day that Boosted went down the drain, he made a video about how good the new Evolves are.
yeah,
And I'm
that,
thinking, it's just just stupid. So that's another thing. Mellow, look, I don't know too much about Mellow. I know didn't they have like their Mellow drives or something like that?
yeah, that is the main thing for everybody who knows Melo. Or Melo is not Melo boards, that is Melo drives. That it was always the name, because you can buy it the board, but the idea for Melo was for you, that was designed for guys who were skaters, and they want
Yep,
to make like you have a skateboard or you have a longboard. You make your
sure.
Melo drive, you put it there, and then you can put with battery or without the battery. You
Yeah,
can take the battery, and you're going to make it like a skateboard. But the problem for me as Melo, I'm a good friend for Matthias. He's going to come here to the channel, but I said to them, they don't listen to the YouTubers first of all,
mhm.
because there was a lot of critique to this controller, because this controller is like crazy controller. I think they
It was
want to
that
make something.
slidey thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, that is like, and the problem was not that. The problem was lots of YouTubers were saying that has a problem of connection with the board.
Hmm.
They are always losing the connection, and I
Yeah,
have a Melo board here in my house. I have the same problem with the connection,
yeah.
and that is very bad, my friend. When you are riding a board and you lose the connection with your board,
Hmm.
and you are
I've
25
had
to
it.
30 kilometers away, then you say, "Oh, how can I stop now? Jump!"
Yeah, very bad. No brakes, big bad. You have to brake with your
And
feet, and that's never good.
yeah, and then the problem was, in this time the board has costed $2,000, and
Yeah,
you have a range of 12 to 50 kilometers for battery for a board of $2,000. That is too
yeah,
much,
no,
my friend. That
way
is,
too much. It was
yeah.
completely wrong.
Yeah, and
But
that's why
like I said, like the three companies, like the big thing that connects between the three is things took too long, too expensive, and they didn't listen to the customer. That's the three things.
yeah,
And
and
you
I
know,
think the most of them, they don't listen to the customers. They think they
exactly.
oh they I think they think we have the control, like boosted board. I think boosted he
Yeah,
think it we have the control. We have the YouTubers on our back. We can do everything we want, and and then they see that is not like this. You see a YouTuber today is like this, tomorrow the YouTuber is okay. It's not for
yep,
me. That's the. Do you see the Casey Neistat what he made? Busted board. He
I,
buy it the 70 Super 73,
yep,
and now today everybody loves the 73.
yep,
The 73 is in the top of the world, and I can tell for me, my friends, there is lots of A bikes better there than the 73. But the
most
big
definitely.
name, but the name is there, the 73.
Yep.
But uh, I have a 73.
They look, they're a
So,
comfortable bike. They're great. Don't get me wrong, but
I
there's definitely better.
the price, my friend, is
Yeah,
expensive, my friend. I can
it's
tell you, I
ridiculous.
have one for my wife. My wife has one because she has an accident before, and she cannot ride any more skateboards, and
Mhm.
that is the only way for her to go to the events and everything. But
Yeah,
in this time, I buy it, I have it, but now I know there is lots of companies there. I recommend for everybody there, don't buy nothing without uh, make a nice research. There is better prices. It's like you buy a T-shirt from Adidas and you have another
yeah.
T-shirt from other company. The product is maybe better, but you are just paying for
It's the same
what is
thing for the
is
Adidas brand.
yeah, they are
Yeah,
just and that's not the right way. There is lots of good A bikes around the world, and lots of companies. I know one from my country, they're going to put it out, is the 50 Rebels, and they are putting they are putting the A bike for 2000 to 1300 euros, a
right.
complete bike. And super sport sport 70T costed here in Europe 4,200 euros. That
Jesus.
is that you can buy three bikes.
Yeah.
Three bikes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. Nah.
That is not normal, my friend. So,
Nah,
but
no way.
that's so, my friend. What was for you in this time that you ride? What was maybe? Do you have any not so good moment in this sport that you say, okay, something happened was not very fine for you, that you say that was something I was not good for me.
That's a hard
What?
one. Obviously, your first accident, that's obviously never good. You
Mm-hmm,
lose a lot of confidence in your skateboard. You lose a lot of trust. When I was first building this board that I've got here, the BMS inside of it was a
mm-hmm,
little bit dicky, and I was having a lot of trouble with that, and so ended up accelerating. The board cut out because it's a discharge BMS. The board cut out, and I wasn't ready for it, and I fell forward and scratches all over me. It just wasn't nice. That harness there is what you don't need to have when you have your circuit boards. That's why I sent it to you.
mm-hmm. Good for you.
So
So
basically, so that's
this
what
is.
you use instead.
Mm-hmm. I just show
So
you.
yeah, so basically, yeah, the first accident, that's never good. And also, I wish there's things I wish that I knew when I got started so that I wouldn't spend money on things I didn't end up needing. So, single motor boards, if I knew how good dual motor boards was, I would have gone straight for that. But
Mm-hmm.
you learn from everything. But yeah, like I said, biggest probably massive incident for me was first stack. That was just a lot of trust lost in my skateboard. But apart from that, always a positive experience with me.
And the one or two best moments that you have in this way, in this all this time you are riding, my friend.
Best moment would be when we
What?
did our 120 kilometer ride.
100 what? 100.
120 kilometers in one day.
Oh, that is good.
That was the
But
best
you,
feeling to have organized that, to have ridden it, to have planned it, to have gone from one end of Sydney to the bottom other side. It was just the coolest thing. You saw everything, friends coming along. It was just such a fun day. And, you know, another best thing. Oh, that's another hard one.
but you not you, you in this 120 kilometers. Maybe you don't find so much riders who go with you.
We stopped twice to charge, but
Hmm.
only for about an hour to an hour and a half. So we had some guys with EUCs, and some guys started with us and then dropped off, and then more people joined. But Anthony and I and some other guys on EUCs, we did start to finish. So it was just a fantastic day, having lunch with mates and going out for a skate for the day. We had perfect weather. It was, yeah, that was the best day. And also, riding with my sister as well. We rode the other day from Sydney Olympic Park
Hmm.
near our area to the airport. We just rode to the airport, had dinner at the airport, and then took the train home. And that was just a fun day. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
it's just always enjoying.
And another question: is a lots of AUC in your country?
A lot. Yeah, there's a lot,
Is a lot?
especially in Sydney. Especially in
Okay.
Sydney, the EUC community has picked up greatly. Some
Because
people
the
actually stop
EUC is coming
skateboarders to
bigger,
use it.
bigger, 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 my friend. The EUC is coming
Definitely.
bigger and bigger. Because in Europe, if you see, I have one big group. We are
Hmm.
lots of guys, but then there is two groups here of WhatsApp, and the
Yep.
two groups they have more than 200, 250 persons inside, and they are coming more and more and more and more. Do you
Yep.
think that is the future
Um, that's questionable.
for
There's
the city?
definitely for the city, maybe. I'm not sure. Look, skateboards are definitely more of a comfortable option to me, and more of a redundant option. If you lose a motor, you can still
Hmm.
ride on these. I know a lot of the new King songs and the In Motions and all the EUCs. They're very very reliable,
Hmm.
and they don't have problems. But it's an electric vehicle. It's going to have issues. So if if something happens on an EUC, you can't push it home. Things like that. That's always a concern for me. But in Sydney, in the city, probably yes, purely because there's so many tight little nooks and crannies and little corners and things to go around and bridges that are a nightmare. That's when the EUCs are great. But
Yeah.
where I am and the rides I like to do, skateboard, 100%.
Last time I see a friend for me, he makes from the AUC, he makes a one wheel. He change it.
Hmm.
We put holes. Yeah, that he make it.
Oh,
Yeah, and I was riding with him, and I say, that, in the beginning when you see, you think that is a one wheel, and then you see it from close. I say that is a AUC. You just put some things of wood, put like the position from the one wheel, and he was driving like a one wheel. I was saying that is crazy. So
what
my
a
friend, then
clown.
we
That's
come.
funny.
Yeah, well, and the other thing is the DI in AUC camp. You have no chance to do
No.
something. Everything is finished. So then they have the other one is like this. I'm going to make some fast questions that I always make, and if you want to answer, or if you have your opinion, if you have a try it or something like that, if you want to share your opinion, okay. If you don't want, we pass to the next one. I'm going to
Yep.
ask you like this, my friend. Do you ever try Raptor?
Yes, and it was very nice. I rode the 2.1 when they did the release day, the demo day in
Mm-hmm.
Sydney. I
Mm-hmm.
did like it, just a little bit too hard for me.
Okay. Then we're going to go to the Melo board. Do you ever try it?
Yes, I didn't mind it. There was no connection issues. One of the girls,
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany, she has the Mellow Drive. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty powerful for what it is. Way too
Mm-hmm.
expensive though.
Yeah, that is very expensive. Then we're going to go to the bio board. Bio board.
Hmm.
Do you try it? There is
I have
any
not.
because I in my life I just see one, me. personally.
Yeah. No, I haven't ridden one, but from the products that they're using and from what it looks like a fantastic board. But no,
It's expensive, my friend. Very
to
expensive.
get them here, especially, there's a lot of taxes to
Yeah,
get
for
them
you
here,
guys,
and there's
for you to that, but the product is good. But I think they are very expensive. I don't want to be negative. I think I tried one with the four motors. I think that is a
mm,
beast. I think that is like, but for me as a big guy, the battery is not so big. Then you're not going to have range. You don't have to go. Then it's not interest for me. But I just try one time. I cannot tell you so much. Then we're going to
mm,
talk about Evolve.
mm.
What you think about Evolve?
I think they're making a very good product. I don't think the cells they're using, the 35Es, are the right choice at all. I think
Mm-hmm.
they're too low in discharge. Great, they're a decent cell. They're a Samsung cell, fine,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think they're the right cell at the moment. Their torque curve is confusing to me. It just seems to be a lot of power at the start and then not very much toward the end, and that's
When you
odd.
come when you come to 50%, then you don't have much. You don't have no more the same power.
Exactly, and it's all from the start. And I don't think that's right. And so, like with the DIYs I'm making and writing, it's just constant, same amount of power the whole way through, and I think it's brilliant. And so the evolves to me, they feel weak. To some people, they feel like absolute weapons, but then they write a real board and then they think otherwise. But anyway,
Yeah, I think that is a perfect word when you guys. Oh, there is, and I love this guy.
yeah,
I love it. We're going to. We're just going to sell something for Andre. I know Andre lots of years, and that was always the person who write to me. And there's guys who write to you two words and say hello, how are you? And Andre, every time he write it, he write like I don't know. You have to spend, yeah, 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 and
yeah,
you see that he makes with love the things
yeah,
what he do to you, and you say that he loves this sport. I love him. I think he is doing an amazing job for the community, and
yeah.
bringing
No, he's a
boards that
gentleman.
nobody, and he bringing boards for people who don't know. We always talk now, like now, we are talking about boards that everybody knows, but we never talk about the other boards. But
Yeah.
I'm going to come to this. Then we come to the tramper boards. Is lots of boards of that in your country, or is not so much, or
Not so
more?
much, really. They're too expensive to get here. They're almost
Hmm.
double the price of what they sell them in the UK for.
Yeah, that they are. I think they are now starting to go out of the of. They I speak with Ted the last time. They want to bring to Australia. The other company I speak who wants to come to Australia is the Kelly board. I speak with Ernesto.
Yep,
There's 1 week.
yep,
He's going to come here in 22, and is the next place
yep.
he wants to sell in is in Australia. I think that is going to be fantastic for you guys. Then it's maybe it's not
Oh,
going to be
definitely.
so expensive. And uh, what you think about Kelly board, the new one? What you see?
I've ridden. I haven't ridden the new one,
Hmm.
but from what he's making with his wider hubs, wider wheels, better boards, better batteries, nothing but hats off to him. I think he's doing a fantastic job.
I think what he do, my friend, is like he's a rider. First of all,
Yep, hundred
he
percent.
goes with this with the companies. He goes with the guys riding, and he listen to these customers. You listen,
Yep,
how can we
definitely.
do this, how can we do this, is that good, is that bad? And that is the only, I think that is the only guy who's always listen to bad things, good things. It's not easy for you to go in a group ride and listen to bad things, and have to
Definitely.
respect it. That is, I think that is important for our community when you're selling something,
Mm,
to listen to the customers, or to listen to the guys who make a critique and accept it, the critique. There is not lots of companies there who accept a critique. No, they close you,
no,
they shut you out, or they put your what you write, they put it out, and that is not very nice from no one. Then we come
it's
to
bad
another
promotion.
company. Yes. Like involve. Sorry.
Yep.
Uh, yeah, if you wanted to, if you, I don't need, I don't have, I have involved. I don't have no problem. I have a deck there.
Yep.
You see it. They send it to me. They're about 2 weeks. That was the first time I received something from Involve, but because I want to make my lives and I want to make the decks from the companies who started. That is one of the first ones from
Mm.
them, and they send it to me. I was like, never. They give me nothing, but it's the same.
Before we
But
jump into the next quick question,
uh,
I just need to have a quick 2 minute break.
yeah.
I'll be with you in
Okay.
2 seconds. That's cool.
I just going to say to everybody here. Yeah, good there, my friend. I just want to say, guys. First of all, if you have the chance, subscribe to the channel. That is going to help us a lot. We're going to have tonight one beautiful lady here, and she's going to come. Is a one wheeler. Normally, ladies in is in the morning, but today because we are with Matt and he's from Australia, we're going to have him in. We're going to have a lady in a night. We change it, and this lady is one. She has a YouTube channel. If you have the chance, come and see her. She is fantastic person. She's so nice. She's so happy. She brings so lots of good things for us, positive energy. And if you have the chance, please come and see her. G is I think she's wonderful. She's going to make something very good for all of us. That is in 6 hours. If you have the chance, come and see her. It's going to be a very, very, very nice interview. And subscribe to the channel. That is going to be very important for us. If you want to go to the if you want to go, if you are from Sydney, you want to come to the group of the guys, please. That's a big group. They are doing events every time. They are enjoying, and you're going to see lots of good stuff. For me, this month I'm going to put it out there. But if you come to the channel, we have lots of persons who are going to come here, and if we're going to have one wheels, we're going to have riders from America. We're going to have Ernesto from Kelly Boards. We're going to have Curry. We are bringing next month lots of new guys and lots of persons. If you are I don't know if you are from anywhere of the world, you want to come to the live in you can contact me, and then in 1st of May I'm going to send you a message, and if you want to come to the channel in June, you just have to say me and send me your dates, and I'm going to put it. You don't have to be an important person. You are an important person. You are a rider, you are a friend. This is just for riders, the channel. That is just for all of us. Come, enjoy it, have a good time. Don't worry, we that is going to be very simple questions, not from your private life. That is just for electric things that we have in our community. Enjoy it, have a good time. Don't worry. I'm going to take care of all of you guys for sure, and don't be afraid. I'm going to put it here some video from Scott because that was the last event in Australia. I think that is this that no, that was I think that is the night ride. Yes, and then you see how this group they are coming bigger and bigger every day, and that
I'm
is
back.
very very nice. Hello, my friend. How are you? I was just
Gosh,
speaking to
sorry.
the guys of one of the last events was made in a night ride in Sydney, and I think that is very nice that you see
Hmm.
the community coming together, and you see lots of different device. You have a bikes, you have one wheelers. That is different groups from Australia, and they came all of them
Yep.
together, and I think that is beautiful for us. I was speaking with Matt in private about that, and I was saying that the important thing is don't separate the groups. If you are AUC, if you are one wheel, if you are a skater, if you are a biker, if you are a scooter, don't matter. You can have your group. I think that is very nice because you're going to speak the same language. But for make group rides and to go to demos, I think that is so nice for you to come all together and you can share your knowledge with the other guys. There is lots of person who never tried a one wheel or a skate or something, and that is the chance for them to come to the community and see the different electro device. That is my idea. I give always my opinion like this. We have to take care of the community, and then there is the guys who make everything in his home, like Matt, who creates so many things for all of us, and that is the important persons we need him too, because that they bring the evolution for our communities, because we need evolution. Without that we're not going to do nothing. Some companies they use the ideas from these guys, like this one we are seeing here from Matt. They see the new ideas, then they use it later for his companies. But most of the ideas, like Kelly boards, like Lacroix, like they started with the skate forum. Uh, they
Yep.
started. Everybody begins there. Don't think they are intelligent persons. They have to go there and ask to these guys who create everything in his homes and say, "Hey, how can I do this? How can I make this battery? How can I create this?" And then they started to make his boards. That is how everything works, guys. Don't think nobody is more
Yeah.
smart than you. Don't use this.
No,
And
that's what you want the circuit boards for.
that is less generation, new
Yep.
generation.
Yep.
That is
Exactly right.
and that is persons in private who are doing this. That's why I say to everybody, go to the forums, go to the make your questions. If you have an idea, bring this idea, talk with two or three friends, try to create something that is going to be very good for our community, that is going to help us a lot. And we're going to
100%.
come better and better every day. We're going to everybody's going to win, not just the
Yep.
companies, but all of us. And
Yep.
now, my friend, we are. I don't know how many time we are here. I lose my time when I have we are close to 1.5 hour, but it's okay. Then I'm going to come to some questions. It's like this. I think I don't make the all of the question, but I want to make Lacroix. It's very expensive for you guys there. I know that. Do you
Mm.
try it?
I think I have. I think I rode the new board with the hyper trucks. I forget which one that
Mm-hmm.
is, whatever that is. I think I rode that.
Yeah,
It's very, very boaty. It's quite a heavy board. Um,
very heavy.
very, very, very powerful. Don't get me wrong. Phenomenal board.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that I rode it with had the Hoyt puck,
Mm-hmm.
Russell, and that was just not my thing. The puck, I can't do it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
my Anthony as well has he's got the old Lacroix deck, the original Lacroix deck, and so he's going to be doing a build on that soon. And another guy named Jared, he let me have a quick go on his Lacroix the other day. For
Mm-hmm.
me, I'm 6'5", so the deck for Lacroix are just too short for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I struggle a little bit with that. Like
Mm-hmm.
the deck of my board's almost a meter long, so you can stand quite wide, and I'd prefer that. But yeah, no, they make a phenomenal board. Don't get me wrong.
So I know we talk about that. Do you know one wheel when you try it was good the sensation?
It was strange at first. It was hard to get used to, but it's nice. I do like it. I like the idea of you can ride it without your hands. You can just be on it and not think about it. But for me, hopping off a skateboard and hopping on that was a bit hard at first.
Then do you think about AUC? What you think that is a thing for you, or is not something that you are interested? Because I tell you something before you
Look,
answer, huh?
I think if I
Before
went into it, if I were to get into it, I'd need to spend a lot of money to get into one. I think that's what I'd need to be doing.
and expensive, my friend. Do you think that is going to be a
Yeah.
limit? Do you think that is going to be a limit for a skate? Because the last
What do you
time,
mean?
the last time I buy my last time I buy my Lacroix, I say that is very expensive, and I say, okay, I think that is the price is not going to go higher. And today you see like the new uh, the new Lacroix is most is close to $1,000 more. You see the new
Mm,
Kelly is close to $2,000 more.
yep.
The Kelly costs $6,300, my friend.
Yep.
Don't you think that is
It's
going to come
got
to a
top of the
moment?
tops technology in it though.
Yeah, but you think you're going to go more higher the prices
I
in
hope
the
not.
next years?
I
Because I'm
hope not.
seeing that
I
that
think
is
it's
crazy, my
getting
friend.
look. It's questionable, but if you, I think trend wise, I think it's getting to a point where it's still a very niche market.
Hmm.
Not everyone's on a skateboard, so it's still a very small market. I think once you've got a lot more people on them, and you can produce more of them, and there's more people that are aware of them, and there are more ways of getting them into the country. It's easier, things like that. Production costs go down, charges go down, the final product will go down. Once you're selling more and the technology is more readily available, the prices should come down, but it's definitely questionable.
And then I have then another question is like the safety. What is for you? I see that you are always when it's not so hot, you are always with the lazy rollings jacket.
Yeah, so I actually got that jacket from their first production run. They did a run, I think it was of 50 jackets, I
Hmm.
think, something like that. 50
Hmm.
or 80 jackets, something weird like that. So I got their first jacket and was testing it out and, doing photos and stuff for them and whatnot
Hmm.
and reviewing it. I've had it ever since, and it's just a brilliant jacket. I even days when it was 40 degrees, I'd have it on. You just have it slightly open. It's airy. It's nice. When you
Hmm.
stop, yeah, it gets a bit warm, but definitely that. Always a helmet. I recently got a full face when I was starting to do longer rides and going faster and things like that. Knee pads and wrist pads. I try to wear them as much as possible. When I'm just doing a bit of a shorter ride, it's usually just jacket and helmet, and I try to wear long pants if possible. But yeah, the jacket and the helmet is pretty much minimum for me.
Yeah, I think that is very important. I think the communities they have to change the way the group rides. I say to everybody there. I seeing that now the guys in America they are changing. If you go to the groups there, they are have rules when you go to a
Wear a
event.
helmet.
You have to have the helm. Without no helm,
Yep.
you cannot go. No chance.
Yep. Good.
I think that
Good.
is very important, guys.
Yep. Very important.
Don't that is I just want to show to someone there because there is a person who asked us that 6.2. Okay, my friend, that is the price.
Yep. And that's probably US dollars too.
Yes, but now you're going
Yeah.
to put it level 2, and you can make a deposit and you can make it but you're going to go to this then plus shipping and
Yeah.
plus wherever you are, if you're not in USA, you're going to pay it the police. I don't know how do you say it. The in Germany it's Zoll. In the
Yeah.
what you
Taxes and
taxes.
charges.
Yes, then
Yep.
you have to pay everything of that. Then you have to see
And
how.
then looking at the US dollars, that's
Yes,
a little bit expensive for me.
yeah, but you have to think that it's going to come more than that.
It'll probably be about 9,000. That's correct.
9,000 plus what you have to pay of to the police.
Yep. It's
then
it's it's sad, but
that's why I think it's good when Kelly comes now to Australia to you guys. Then it's going to be easier because what I understand,
definitely.
what I speak with Ernesto, the price is going to stay the same. They are not going to put it nothing else. If that is like this, that is going to be good for you guys,
Yeah, hundred
because
percent,
then you don't have to pay nothing else. Then it's going to be good. If that is going
definitely.
to be like that, I don't know, but
Mm.
we will see. So then we're going to come to the last questions, my friend. I just want to first of all, I forget it. I speak about lots of boards, that is brands, that is companies. But for you, my friend, DAI, what do you think about that? You are a DDI. You are a guy who make everything yourself. Uh, what you think is better, a board buying, or better a board making yourself?
It depends.
For
If
you,
you've
my
got the
friend.
right, if yeah, for me, I've never owned a pre-built board.
Mm-hmm,
I've only ever built boards. I've
mm-hmm.
never bought a board. I've been to group rides where I've bought boards and things like that. Don't get me wrong, they're great. That's fine, cool. But for me, I want to build what I want, and it's yeah. For me, I think it'll always be DIY unless some board comes out that's perfect for me and is already made and a good price and is built in Australia and is it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I
So
think too.
it's yeah, definitely
I'm going,
DIY for me.
I'm going to show you something here. I think that is very important. I was with a ride with one friend, and one friend, he makes his board. He buy all the parts, and he has the same board like me. I have a Lacroix, and he has a deck from the Few Motion. Few Motion is
Flex
the deck.
motion.
Yeah, and it's fast. It's close the same to the Lacroix, and he
Yep,
has the metric tires, the
yep,
wheels, tires. Sorry, and he has
yep,
everything. And I try it, my friend, and I was impressed. And he has the gear
yep.
drive from the 3D. Uh,
3D
what's that?
services.
Yeah, 37s, and I was
Yep,
impressed with this board. And then he said the price what
yep.
he expended in his board, and he has the 12S, 12P, the same like me.
Hmm.
And I was like, "How much do you expend?" And the guy said that was close to, I think, 2,000, a little more euros.
Yep,
Uh, and I say, "What?" And the board
yep,
is so fine to drive. And I said,
yep.
I have to create my board, because I think you can create something very, very, very good. And the price,
Definitely.
and it's going to fix is yeah, here I have the picture.
That's yep,
That he makes himself. Nice motors, smooth. The
yep,
this gear drive. You don't listen to nothing. You are seeing this photo. That is the gear drive from Atox in my Lacroix.
yep,
Yeah.
yep,
And you see it, and the board to carve is so good,
yep,
is better. The metrics, I think these trucks, they are fantastic.
yep,
It's so nice to carve with the tracks from Lacroix. Is you have to have about 25 kilometers per hour for you to start to carve the board.
yep,
Less than that, you can forget it, my friend. You're not going to.
yep.
It's so it. You don't have no chance. And
Mm.
that was for me like that was like a wake up for me. And I said, next one, I'm going to make one board. I don't know
Yep,
how to make batteries, but this guy said to me, no problem. You buy everything you want, and then we're going to make the batteries I make for you. And
yep.
make everything. That's why I was very important to have you here. And
Yeah,
if you are guys there who make everything himself, you can come here. I want to bring Alzect from Australia. He's one of the
yep.
great YouTubers, and to explain for everybody there that it's easy to make things. It's not easy, but
Definitely.
sometimes you're going to contact some persons that this persons can make for you the rest.
Yep.
Uh, what he right here? Let me see. Project is a great. They're going to come here this month. The guy from is going to come with a new board, huh? He's going to come out with a new
Is he
board, huh? Yeah, he's going
right?
to come with a new board, huh? He's going to come this month here, and then we're going to see what board he's going to bring, and he's going to show it in the life. let's see. The other board was like a Lacroix, but not so expensive. We're going to see. But
Yep.
I think it was with problems with Stromcore. I think.
Yes.
I don't know what is
Yes.
happening with the Stromcore, but I listened that is some companies was start to work with the Stromcore. They stop it. I don't know what is happening.
Yeah, I've
But
heard a few people having some issues with them blowing up very quickly. Surprisingly,
hmm
I've got the talk boards VESC6 in my board, and
hmm
they've been fantastic. No complaints at all.
no, this is the good thing. Good to know.
Mm.
So, my friend, we're going to go to the last questions. What do you like to happen this year for you, the Met? What do you like to happen in 2021?
That's very difficult. For my board,
For
headlights
your
and
board?
taillights, that's
hmm
one thing. Another thing I'd like, you know, to change things up a bit. I want to get my old board running again because it hasn't been running for a while. I want to work on that. I want to get, new speeds, new things, you know, new limits
hmm
exceeded, things like that. I want to go for more group rides, so I haven't been able to for quite a while. I want to set some more up. I used to do, fortnightly group rides, things like that. Um, but now that for us, COVID is definitely on the way out. Um, it's only going to get bigger and better. Meeting new people. A lot of the newer guys in Sydney Electric Skateboard I haven't met yet, just because I've been
Busy.
so busy at home. So that's definitely on the cards for me. But the new board as well is definitely exciting.
Sorry, I don't understand what you talking about the gear drive. What from gear drive do you are talking? Maybe you can write this. I don't understand your question.
Maybe, if he's asking if I'm putting a gear drive on my board,
That's
no,
okay.
I will not be doing that.
Do you like that's a good question. Do you like more belts or you like gear drive? What is better for you?
Belts. I prefer belts. Look, gear drive's cool. It makes really cool noises. I like the new Moon drive. They had a while where they were designing a drive that was with three gears, so that it was a longer a
hmm
longer mount, so you could have more gears in it. The only problem with them though is for each gear you have to mill out a new gear, or you have to print a new gear over time. With belts, you spend like $10 and you've got new belts, and they're going to go for the good 1,000 kilometers. So it's not, unless you're Bill Gates and you've got enough money to afford enough of them. Belts all the way.
So I can tell you like this. I never I tried the first time gear drive because I have the Lacroix, and
Yeah,
I can tell you like this. Me for the Lacroix, I don't want never again belt because the
yeah, right.
braking, the acceleration, what you have in this board is so amazing now with the gear drive. For other things, I speak with the guys from Tramper, and the guys from Tramper now they are recommending the guys who ride in his boards to open builds.
Yeah,
They are not recommending gear drives.
yeah,
Yeah, they are recommending
yeah.
guys go to open builds.
Because what happens is with the gear drives is that if you're doing off-roading and you get big impacts, the
hmm
teeth break off and you've lost your board.
Yeah.
So it's not reliable enough. Whereas belts can take a bit of stretch, they can handle it. Yes, sometimes if you brake hard, you get a bit of belt slippage, maybe, but belts, man, they're so much better.
You have always to listen to the guys. I was very surprised because I was with the Trumper in on one ride. Was the lots of good experienced riders, and I said to them, "Hey guys, you are a rider. What you think is better?" And all of them they answered. That was not the owner. That was riders, and all of them they say open build or open builds.
Yeah,
And I say what? What about the gear drives? Because Trumper he sells gear drives, and they say okay, that is opinion, but for us open builds
yep,
because they have
agreed.
closed because there is three different for you guys there in there is the closed build drive. You have to open this box. Is like a gear drive. You have to open when broken a belt. You have to open everything. You have to lose lots of time. When is an open belt, and you have to clean it. When is an open belt, is just change it and you can go and you can ride it again.
Yeah.
And when you have a gear drive, when one gear drive is broken, you have a big problem. You have a and to open everything is not going to be very good. So, my friend, and what do you like to say? I say my part to everybody. Everybody knows me. If you want, you come here and subscribe. If you like, if you don't like, don't need it. You come just here to support the riders. I think that is very important. I want to thank to all of you. Tonight we're going to have a girl here. Is a She is a fantastic writer. She has a YouTube channel in America. It's like a crazy girl, but she brings lots of information for the one wheelers. Come to see her. She's going to. She changed with Mark today because normally we make always in the morning with Lady, but because of the hour, we change with her and we say, okay, we're going to do it tonight, and Mark is going to do it in the morning for us. But in Australia, is the evening, of course. And when she come
Yeah.
for you, is in the morning.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. No, sounds good. I'll be on.
And I always say the last words for the people who come and see your video and the people who was here in a live. I leave you with the last words. If you want to say something to the persons there, that is open now for you, my friend.
Thank you. No, so just want to say thank you for having me on. I don't like to think of myself as anything massive. I just enjoy building skateboards and having fun. But yeah, I appreciate having me on, and thank you for watching the stream and everything like that. Um, that's that's all I got.
Yeah. First of all, what he said is the important thing. This is not for special persons. You are special, Mark. Everybody's special.
Thank
I don't need to have here a guy from Hollywood. I just want to have guys who ride with us. uh,
you. Yep,
and that was
100%.
a very nice thing to have you here. That's why I'm loving to do this. Now that I know that you have a family in Dusseldorf, maybe we can meet again here in Germany, and we can have lots of good
Definitely.
rides and have lots of fun. And I think that is the way the community comes bigger and bigger and bigger, and we can help all of us. Don't forget, guys, come here, subscribe. That is not the important thing. If you have the chance, subscribe. That is going to help us, of course. But if you don't, just come here and support the riders. We have different types of riders here. We don't have just skates. We have everyone. We bring everyone. If you have a brand, and this brand I know that is helping the riders, then I bring him here. And of course,
Yep.
we have to bring some companies here to bring information for. But I don't win no money with this. I'm a cook. I always said that. I make this for fun, and I love doing here because now today I make a new friend. Matt is going to be a person that I'm going to follow more, and we're going to not lose contact anymore. And I think
Definitely.
he showed us today another fantastic thing, that is this product. I think that is good for our community. Huh?
Yep.
I didn't know, and that's why we are learning every day, all the
Yep.
time.
100%. 100%
And that
agree.
that that is the important thing for all of us. And I want to thank you for all of you who was here, and for all the guys who are going to see it later. That is a small channel, but this channel in 3 months, close to 3 months, we have now 79 interviews. That is a lot. I make it
That's
that with
awesome.
very proud, and I want to maybe come to 1 year and I come to 500 interviews with the most riders I can bring. Ladies, boys, girls, gays, don't matter. You don't matter the color, don't matter nothing. For me, everybody is welcome here, and I love to
Yep.
do it. And we have to take care of our communities. Thank you very much,
Definitely.
Matt. Thank you. I'm going to go
Thank you, Paul.
off out of the life. Guys, see you tonight. Have a good time. Enjoy it. Go for a ride. Enjoy it a little. If you're going to sleep, sleep well.